Hey, this is Leftydad with a game from PC Replay Baseball, and this is the 2023 season. And I am doing a replay with as played lineups and actual transactions, and I play every inning of every game. I control one team, the AI controls the other, and I have a couple of favorite teams, and then I just basically pick a team that I have a few teams I don't like too. I never control those, and then the teams in between, I just kind of try to pick a team that maybe needs to get a win, and my genius managing will ensure that it gets a win, which is not really true. But anyway, we're a fourth of the way through the season of this replay, May 14th. Uh, the particular game that's coming up will be, let's see, the Angels against Cleveland. And Cleveland is currently in first place in the American League Central with 21 wins. And Los Angeles is in second place behind the Texas Rangers. They have 23 wins. So they're both really good teams. You can see here that Cleveland has lost the first two games against the Angels. So I'll probably manage Cleveland's. Uh, actually, I'll manage the Angels. The Angels have lost two games against. No, Cleveland has lost two games, so I'll manage Cleveland. And you can see some of the batting leader, Rosario, hitting 291. Jose Ramirez with 10 home runs. And over here you can see how they're ranked in terms of the league. It looks like their batting average is not so great. It's 10th in the AL with 15 teams and 21st in baseball. They have good pitching, so they're really kind of winning on their pitching. So let's take a look at the Angels, and you'll see that Otani is hitting 324. He's got 12 home runs. He's got 43 runs batted in. And their Patrick Sandoval will be pitching for them today, and he's their leader in terms of earned run average. Uh, it looks like the Angels are where they are because of their hitting. They're first in both leagues in terms of runs scored. They're second in terms of batting average in the AL, third in all of baseball. And their pitching is not so bad in the American League. They're ninth. Their walks, hits, earnings pitched is ninth. So let's get on with the game. And it's Sandoval who is 4-2, and then Bibby. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. So already I kind of picked a bad team to do the audio for, since I'm not an expert on all the pronunciation of all these names. So I'm going to be controlling Cleveland, and so here we go, and we're playing in Cleveland, the Guardians. Tanner Bibby, BB. I'm just going to call him Tanner for the rest of the game. This is his fourth start. He's pitched 22 innings, and you can see that it looks like we're at the quarter of the way through the season. So it looks like he's going to start pitching every game now, maybe for the rest of the season. He was 10-4. He's 3-0. His ERA in this replay is incredible, 7.79. But he hasn't pitched enough to qualify as an ERA leader. But he's really been great in his. This is his fourth start in his three starts, and he'll be facing Mickey Maniac. Otani is in the game. He's a DH. looks like Mike Trout is not in the game today. This is a Sunday game, so a lot of players get rest on the third game of a three-game series like this. So let's go, and Maniac probably won't get a single. This will be determined by the column 3 chart here. One of the nice things about Replay Baseball, of course, is that all these charts and cards and everything are right there for you. You get to understand why things happen, but you don't have to you don't have to click on anything, or you don't have to look up any charts. But this is really the most beautiful baseball game in terms of aesthetics, and there are no problems in terms of glitches or bugs or problems that where something's not working right, and it's just gloriously programmed, glorious. The cards, if you want to play cards and dice, the game is high quality and really well done. So we'll see here, and there's a single. It looks like it's pretty easy to get a base hit in Cleveland. Okay, Ohtani is up. Ohtani is a real beast. Now there's one glitch, and they're going to fix this in the next update, which should be in a couple of weeks from the programmer Richard Hanna. But for some reason, with Ohtani being a DH when he's pitching, it's crediting him whenever that happens. He's not pitching today, but when he's pitching, it credits him with 2 games played, and he's instead of 1. So they've played 40 games, but it looks like he's started 8 games as a pitcher, perhaps, and so it looks like he's been in more games than is possible. But this will be fixed. I know it will with the next update, because the programmer told me that he had it all fixed, and in fact, it will correct this 48 back down to whatever it should be automatically with the update. So Ohtani is up, and I'm watching him. Now, the one thing that there's only one thing that I wish they would change, which it's not that big of a deal, but when there are no outs and you have a runner on first base, the computer will always suggest that the third baseman play in. But down here you can see the bunt is a 5, which is the worst rating. It's a 1 through 5 rating. 1 is the best bunter, 5 is the worst. So it's really totally unlikely that Ohtani would bunt, especially in the first inning. And Ohtani is not going to bunt anyway because he hits a lot of home runs. So anytime this comes up, I've got to click halfway, and then they go to halfway. Otherwise, if there's a ground ball to the third baseman, Ramirez, because he's playing in, he'll only be able to go to second base to get the lead runner, whereas if he was playing halfway, he'd be able to get a double play. So it's a lefty-righty matchup, and we'll see what Ohtani does. Ohtani is going to line out to center field. This game really merges the hitter card and the pitcher card. I think it's not a 50-50 game. It's not like, half the time you get the reading off of the pitcher and the other half you get the reading off the hitter. It's always merged. You get readings off of both of them every time, and you add up. So the blue die is for the pitcher, a 1. The white die is for the hitter, 2, and then 3 is the column that you look in, and you add up 29 and 1. And then instead of going to look at a chart, it shows you like the little area that you would see on the chart if you were playing this not on the computer, and you can see 29 and 1 add up to 30, result 30 in column 3, and 30 is a line out to center field. Now, if there had been 4 more up here, if the pitcher was worse, which the pitcher is never going to be worse, but if he had a 4 or a 5 up here, that would have been a 34, that would have been a double. So we've gone through 2 hitters now, and it's taken a lot of time, so I'll try to go a little faster. Here's Hunter Renfroe. He's hitting 283 in 152 at-bats. Again, we're at the quarter one quarter of the way through the season. And if you click on any of these players, then you get to see what their real stats were, what their replay stats are. He's really doing well, 50 points over his average. And it also will note any special things. If he hit a grand slam against Boston on April 16th, it shows you his vital statistics, when he was born, where he was born, when he debuted. Sometimes it's interesting, to see if this is their rookie year or something like that. And then it also shows you his age. He's 31. Okay, so now when you get one out, then it automatically suggests, you can change any of these things over here, but it suggests that the third baseman play halfway, which is correct, although Hunter Renfroe is an average bunter. He's listed at, you see on his card, at 3. So I have the sound turned off, by the way. This has great sound. I have a mod for the sound, which makes it even better. And then there's a voice that will update. It's not like Ernie Harwell or anything, but I played 30,000 games with it, and I'm not, the voice is fine. I'm not. I always have the voice on. And normally I don't have this where I have to click again to end the play, but now there are 2 out. I didn't even pay attention to what the out was. But Taylor Ward is up, hitting 236, and this could be a tough play for the shortstop, but no. Sometimes when you have a large number in the 4 column, like a 16, if he's rated a 3, if he had been rated a 4 or 5, I think it's possible that they could have been able to leg it out and get on first base. Okay, we go to the bottom of the first. Sandoval is pitching. Sandoval, this is his 8th start. He pretty much started, every 5th game for, he's a few that he missed, and he's doing better than he did. Again, all these things will kind of reach their realistic results by the end of the season. For instance, Stephen Kwan for Cleveland is really doing poorly. He has all year. He's hitting 50 points under his average. So it's lucky for Cleveland that they're in first place to sit there in a division with just some horrible teams. I think that Cleveland may be the only team in the Central Division that has a winning record so far. But Kwan will hit, and he's going to start right off with a double in the corner. Smacks a double in the right field corner, and he's standing in center field. Okay, Rosario's up. I could think about it. Of course, it's early in the game to do anything like this, to bunt him over, but he's a lousy bunter anyway. Okay, Sandoval. Now, Sandoval, you can see up here, he's some pitchers that had a big discrepancy between their how they did against right-handed batters and left-handed batters will have 2 charts up here. And it looks like you can see, for instance, in the 5 column, which is the column for walks, if you walk hitters a lot, you can see for right-handed hitters, all of these are 5s, which are the worst you can get. So he walks a lot of right-handed hitters, and he doesn't walk a lot of left-handed hitters because it's a lefty-lefty matchup. And then the same is kind of true with home runs. He hardly gives up any home runs to left-handers, but he does more to right-handers, and he gives up more hits. The 3 column is kind of the base hit column, and all of these numbers are overall worse if he's got the righty-lefty matchup, which he does have the righty-lefty matchup. So Rosario's up, and Rosario's going to get a walk, and this brings, I guess I'm controlling Cleveland. I better check. I'm controlling Cleveland, so I should be really happy about this. Okay, Ramirez is up, and he's their best offensive player. If there were a lot of 1s down here, or 35s over here, they indicate that he hits into a lot of double plays. He does not hit into a lot of double plays. It seems like in 2023, everybody hits in the double plays, everybody strikes out. a lot of people hit, and the pitchers give up a lot of home runs, but Ramirez is a little bit of a throwback, I guess, so we'll see what he does. That's going to be a deep fly to right field, right up to the fence. It's enough to move Quan over to third, but it's not enough to get out of the park. Okay, Naylor is up. Josh Naylor. This guy is only 5'11", and he weighs 250 pounds. He's kind of a funny-looking person to look at on the field because he's really round. Okay, this is a lefty-lefty matchup. One down. And you can see he hits into more double plays. There's some ones. There's a 35. But he's a lousy butter, so we just have to kind of hope. You can do a hit and run, but all of these 2023 hitters are lousy at hit and runs too. And this is the hit and run section that gets added up to whatever the numbers are up here for the pitcher. And there's a hit and run chart that you can see. That's the one thing that doesn't really come up to be visible. I wish it did, but you can look at it. It's very complicated. It's not a cookie cutter thing like with a lot of games where basically pretty much every hitter is, will do the same depending on what the dice roll is. This is very complicated. Okay, this is a looping drive to Maniac, the center fielder, who's average, and it's easier than in most parks to get a base hit. You can see up here a 35 to a 66 on the 2-die roll. The tens are the red is the 10-digit numbers. So 1 out, and it's a 5-3, so that's 53. That falls here. That's a base hit. It's a 4. It means they got a 4, which again, I'm glad I don't have to look all this stuff up, because I would never be a fourth of the way through of the 2023 season. There are 30 teams, so to play one day, theoretically you have to play 15 games, and each game theoretically is half an hour. They're not really that long, but if they are, that would be 7.5 hours a day. I mean, that'd be like a full day job to play one day, I guess. And if you were playing cards and dice, you would never do this unless you lived on a mountain somewhere and this is all you did for 20 hours a day for your entire life. Okay, but some people really think it's fun, and that's fine. Josh Bell is up now. So it's 1-0. Josh Bell is up. He hits into a lot of double plays too, but he is a switch hitter, so he gets some advantage. There's a foul out to third base. And if this was a better strikeout pitcher, that's a 3 and an 8 up to foul out. If he would have been a 1, which he's not a 1, he doesn't strike a lot of batters out. But let's say he had a 1, it would have been a 6, so that would have been a strikeout if this would have been a 1. And in fact, we can look up here and you can see that his real stats, he pitched 144 innings and struck out 128, which in 2023 is a below average strikeout pitcher because so many pitchers strike out more hitters per inning than they have hitters per inning. Okay, Jimenez is up, and we have 2 outs now. He's hitting .214 this season. This just will miss now. If this is a 15, it's 14 plus 1, and it was because it's a lefty-lefty matchup. If this had been a righty matchup, it would have been a 2, and a 2 and a 14 is 16. It would have been a double or triple, depending on, and Jimenez probably would have been a triple because he's a fast second baseman. But the lefty-lefty matchup is able to give the advantage to the pitcher. So now we're through 1 inning. I got to speed up here. This video is going to take forever. Okay, Drury is up. He's hitting .228. I won't go into these long explanations anymore. Righty-righty matchup. This is also an instance where you get a righty-righty matchup on a 42 down here. If it's righty-righty or lefty-lefty, it's going to be an out. Otherwise, and it could even be a double play if there was a runner on second. But If it's righty-lefty, it would be a hit. So it's an out. This guy, Thais, he's hitting 192, and this is not going to be good enough to get a hit, I don't think, although it's a hitter-friendly. He'd have to roll a 62 or higher, rolls a 33. So it's a fly out to center, and you could just hit enter like I do. I'm doing here at click. I'm sorry, it's a little probably irritating to hear that click. You can do a lot of things, but and then of course you could just do the mouse. You could just put the mouse over the dice like this. You could have the dice look like real dice too, instead of just numbers, but I'm not really into that for any particular reason. So now we could possibly have a base hit for Geo Ursula. I kind of have been practicing that name over a few seasons. Ursula, I believe that's right. He rolled a 13, so he hits a little number right in front of the home plate. The catcher throws him out, and Sandoval. Okay, now Zunino's up. He strikes out a lot. Look at all these ones over here. These are strikeout numbers. He hits it a lot of double plays too. Nobody's on base, but Zunino, he has had better power in past seasons, but he's hit 4 home runs and 84 at bats. Okay, here's another possible base hit. It seems to be a hitter-friendly park, and it is a base hit. He rolled a 45. He needed a 35 or higher. He's got no speed. You can see he's rated a 1 for speed. Now Brennan is up. He's a 5 bunter, so we're not going to bunt, and we're not going to hit run, obviously. Okay, this will be, I think, a fly out to right field. 2 down. 1 down, I guess. Okay, Miles Straw is up. He is a fast guy. He's hitting 244 with 4 stolen bases. This is going to deep fly out to right. He hit it all the way out to the warning track, but not enough to get out of the park. Okay, Kwan is up. Kwan doubled last time, and Kwan is going to hit a deep fly to left field, right up to the fence. So Sandoval, especially lefty-lefty, he's hardly ever going to give up a home run, because these little small numbers even make it more difficult to hit a home run in the home run power column. So we go to the top of the 3rd, 1-0. Tanner, BB. Okay, this name, Rengifo. Don't know how to pronounce his name. That's going to be a strikeout, and because Tanner is a 1, he was able to reduce this down to a strikeout instead of a flyout. So statistically in the game, that's how pitchers that are strikeout pitchers get more strikeouts. Neto is up. I believe I heard his name pronounced Neto, but deep fly to left. I think it's always a deep fly on that particular outcome, but Benayak is up. We're at the top of the order now for the Angels. He got a base hit first time up. You can see here 14. This means that Tanner has 14 more batters he can face before. Then it is possible he could face a few more, but it's going to be a tough play for Bell. It's probably going to be off his. No, it's going to be a tough play. We're going to have to see what the umpire calls. It's a 66% chance he'll be out, and he is out. The runner is out. Okay, so now we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Rosario's up. He walked last time. Sandoval, you can see that green kind of circle by the pitcher has 12 more hitters he can face. Rosario, that's going to be a base hit automatic. When you get up to an 8, it's going to be a base hit. A 7, you never know, although it is likely. Okay, Rosario's on. He's really fast. Ramirez is up. Ramirez flew out to right last time, hitting 271, and this will probably, it's a short fly out to right field. Now here's Naylor with 3 home runs so far this year, and he's going to hit a fly out to right field. 2 down. That was a lefty-lefty matchup. Bell is a switch hitter, so it's going to be lefty-righty. He fouled out to the third baseman last time up. This will probably be a base hit. We'll have to see here. But, well, if he rolls a 52 or higher, it will be a base hit. He rolls a 14, so it's not a base hit. It's a fly out to center. Okay, we're at the top of the fourth. Tanner has 13 more hitters he can face. Otani is up. Otani lined out to center last time. We'll see if Otani can tie up the score here. He's going to walk, I think. No, if this would have been a 3, he would have walked. It's a 2, so he doesn't walk. It's a ground. You can see that adds 3 and 2 add up to 5. Ground ball would have been a 3 and a 3. It would have been a walk. So Otani is out. Renfroe is up. That's going to be a double into the corner. He hit it into the left field corner. Not a fast runner, but he's on second base with 1 out. Now here's Taylor Ward. He hit a ground out to the shortstop last time up. It'd be a strikeout. Now there are 2 down again. I'm not controlling the Angels. I think I'm going to just change this to see if Mike Trout is on the bench, because I'd like to know in terms of, yeah, Trout is resting today. I can't really see how he's doing in terms of comparing his stats to his real stats. I think they're kind of comparable. I think he's kind of on target, although he's in the shadow of Otani. Otani is just such a spectacular superstar now. It's making Trout not seem like a spectacular superstar. Drury is up. Can he hit him in? Yeah, there's a base hit. Single to left. Renfroe's not so fast, though, but he's going to score no matter what. With 2 out, he was off and running at the crack of the bat. So, and that allowed Drury to go to second. They tried to get him at home, so it was late. Drury went to second. Now it's a tie score. And Tanner Bibby, I keep thinking of Mike Bibby in the NBA, but he spells his name Bibby. This guy could be BB. Okay, that pushed his ERA up over 1, so he made him into a horrible pitcher. Okay, this is a righty-lefty matchup. Theus is going to strike out. So we have a tie score, bottom of the 4th, and you can see over here now Bibby has 8 more batters he can face. Sandoval right now has 8 batters he can face, so Sandoval is wearing out faster than Tanner is. Okay, Jimenez, he lined out to the second baseman last time. Lefty-lefty matchup, this will be a strikeout. Zunino is up. He got that hit. He's hitting 271. I think that he hit 177, so he's 100 points over what he really did. But he's only been up 85 times. I know that looks like a lot of at-bats, but it's really not. Okay, he's going to strike out. And you can see here Sandoval has 2 strikeouts in the game, 1 walk. Brennan is up. Will Brennan, lefty-lefty. But this is going to be a smash into the right field corner. And he's on with a double. First hit of the game for him. And Cleveland has 5 hits. Los Angeles Angels have 3 hits. Okay, Straw is up. And there are 2 outs, so if he can get a base hit, he'll go ahead. This probably will not be, it's just a short fly out to left field. Ward got in under it in plenty of time, no question. Okay, Bibby has 8 more batters he can face, and they've both gone 4 complete innings now, and Sandoval has 4 batters they can face. Urshela is up, hitting .314. He's really doing quite well. And he hit 299 though, so it was a good year, really good year for him. Okay, Urshela hit a little number in front of the plate last time. This time it could be a base hit. It's just an out-and-out single. So he gets a hit. That will improve his average from 314 to 319. Rengifo is up, and he is a 3 bunter. I don't think he would bunt, but I'm going to let Ramirez play in anyway, because and it's going to be a fly out to center. So there's one out. Now Neto is up, and he's a really good bunter. You can see he's a 1, but I don't think with 1 out he'll bunt. We'll see, maybe I'm wrong. He strikes out. And now Manayak is up, who has 1 base hit, and he will ground out to Josh Bell, who will make the play at first unassisted. Those Cleveland Guardians are playing the Yankees right now in 2024 to see if they can get in the World Series. It'll be tough. Okay, Kwan is up, and he did get a double right at the beginning of the game. 3rd time up. This will be a short fly out to left. Rosario's up. He got a base hit the last time he was up. This is going to be a sharp grounder to Ursula, and he's out. Now we've got Ramirez. Ramirez has flown out to right both times. He's trying to go the other way, and now he's going to strike it. It'll pop out to the third baseman. We're in the top of the 6th now. Bibby has 4 batters he can face, and Sandoval is down to 1. Otani is up. Otani has the righty-lefty matchup. It's going to be tough. And because of that righty-lefty matchup, he gets a base hit. Been righty-righty, he would not have gotten a base hit. So there's the first hit of the game for Otani. He goes from 338 batting average to 342. Nobody out. Renfroe is up. I'm going to move Ramirez back. I don't think he's going to bunt. We'll see if I made a mistake here. Oh, they're going to do a hit and run. There's a line single to center field. Renfroe, wow. Phil Nevin called a hit and run, and it was successful. This is going to be trouble now. Now we've got runners on the corners, nobody out, and it's a 4 bunter. He's not very good. He doesn't, for 2023, he doesn't hit a lot of double plays, so I think I'm going to bring everybody in to try to cut off the run with no outs. See if that was a blunder. This is a ground ball to third baseman. He's playing in, so the runner's out at first. The runner on first moves up to second. We've got 1 out. Okay, well that went well. Now the computer is suggesting that I play everybody in, and I think I will. So we'll see what happens here. And it's a sharp grounded Rosario. He's playing in, so everybody holds. 2 sharp ground balls in the infield, but both infielders make the play. So now Bibby has used up all of his batters faced, but he gets to have 6 more as long as he doesn't let any runner on base. Then he would go to his B ratings, which are his worst ratings. You kind of pretty much have to take him out at that point, especially in a close game like this. Okay, now we have a righty-lefty matchup, and Ursula is the next hitter. He's really good. This guy is hitting 185, so we'll pitch to him, but it's a righty-lefty matchup. We'll see what happens here. Everybody's playing back. Oh, that's a base hit. 11 is always a base hit here. 2-run score. Wow. Bibby. That's going to hurt his. Yeah, he went up to 159. He went to his B ratings. He's going to leave the game to a lot of applause. Now, here's a nice thing that replay does. It kind of suggests what inning these pitchers come in. And nobody is ready to come in the 6th inning, so I can kind of I can look at these seven inning guys. We're down 2 now. Probably the best. Sandlin is probably the best one to bring in. So I click on Sandlin, and you get you don't have to do this, but I would set that when a relief pitcher comes in, you can pick one column and have them only have their best number for that one column. That's only for the first batter. So Sandlin has not done so great in his 19 innings, 5.59 ERA. This is going to be a fly out to center field. Okay, so we're out of the inning, and now the cleanup hitter Naylor is up. Sandoval probably is going to go out this inning. That was another one of those deep flies to left. They keep hitting. The wind must be blowing in here at Progressive Field. Okay, now Sandoval is down to allowing one. He can face 5 more hitters as long as nobody gets on. Josh Bell is up. He is 0 for 2. That's going to be a base hit. And I think it will be, unless he rolls a 23 or less. Oh, he rolled a 15. No base hit. That is really brutal. Bottom of the 6th inning. Jimenez is up. He's 0 for 2. This could be, well, it won't be a home run. It could be if it was a little more powerful, but it will be. There's a slight chance if he rolls a 63 or higher, and then it's a 25, so it doesn't really matter. But he's got these double asterisks here, so that means he will automatically get to steal second base, then could possibly steal. They're going to bring in a new pitcher, and they're giving the 5 column as the one. So you kind of take the weakest column. I guess walks are the weakest for him. And this guy, this is only his second appearance. He's 32 years old, though, so he's been around. Okay, now he's going to steal, which is good because Zunino hits in a lot of double plays. Okay, he's safe. Now, if he can get a good jump, he'll steal second. He got a good jump because Davinsky has a lousy move to first or to second, and the catcher is not so great. And now the thing is, Zunino strikes out so much, and he's hitting 267, and he's 1 for 2. But he's really, I think, at this stage he can hit a home run maybe, but we've got Cam Gallagher who's really horrible. But in this situation, they don't really have a lot of good hitters on the bench. 2 down. I think we'll leave Zunino in because if there were more outs, but we'll see what he does. Well, this could be a base hit, looping drive. Here comes Renfroe running in, and but this situation where it's a 2, so this guy has to be higher than a 2, and he's a 3. Oh shoot! If he would have just been if this guy would have been a better hitter, he would have had a higher number. If this guy would have been a worse fielder, it would have been a lower number. But it's all moot. Top of the 7th, LA is up by 2 runs. Here's Rengifo, and he's going to strike out. Now here's Neto, 0 for 2. He's going to fly out to center, and here is Maniac. Could be likely a base hit. He's got a good chance. If he rolls a 1 or a 6, he'll be out. Otherwise, Maniac will be safe. He rolls a 4, so he is safe. One more batter Sandlin can face, and it's Ohtani. They've got one lefty. Let's bring him in. Hedges. Lefty-lefty matchup. Doesn't give up a lot of home runs. This is because we were able to do this 1 column. We picked the 3 column, which is good because he's going to have to roll a 52 or higher. Oh, and he rolls a 62. Wow. Luck is against the Cleveland Guardians, and that moves Maniac over. Fortunately, there are 2 outs, and now Renfroe is up, who is 2 for 3. hitting 290. Oh, and it's a righty-lefty matchup. He gets the advantage. It's going to be a base hit. Now it's 4-1. 2 down. Taylor Ward is up. He's going to get a base hit, and it could be an error. We'll see how Straw. I can't remember how if he's. No, he can't. He never gave up an error. Got an error called on him. So now we still have 2 out though. Henges is not doing so great. Can I take him out? I can't. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. Okay, so let's bring in Los Santos, who looks good on paper, but boy, he's been lousy. 6.75 ERA. This has in 2023. He has to face 3 hitters. He's faced 3 hitters before he can replace them, and all 3 hitters have gotten on one way or another. Oh, this is going to be a home run, I think. If he rolls a 1, it won't be, and it still might not be because Los Santos does not give up. Oh, it's a 1. Okay, well, he lucked out, but the runner scores on that base hit. Now it's 6-1. This is an appeal strikeout. Good. Okay, well, looking kind of bleak. I remember listening to a lot of Cleveland Guardian games last year, and the announcers kept saying, this Cleveland team does not score runs easily. Brennan is up. Brennan going to be a ground out to Ursula at third. Straw is up. He's 0 for 2. Straw is going to strike out? Yeah, strike out. Because Davinsky is a 1. If he would have been a 2, it would have been a fly out. Okay, Kwan is up. Kwan is 1 for 3. That's got to be another deep fly to right field. He's had a lot of those. They just can't. The wind is blowing in. They cannot get the ball to leave the park. If they've had a lot of potential home runs that haven't been home runs. Okay, Los Santos has got to lower his ERA, and but Ursula gets a hit. He's just having a really hard time so far in this replay. He's got a good card, just a lot of bad luck, never-ending bad luck for him. Okay, Rengifo is up. Rengifo, that's going to be, I think, a pop out to the third baseman. 1 down. De Los Santos can face 1 more hitter. That's going to be a line out to left field. Okay, now he can. If he lets anybody on, then he'll go to his B ratings. But until he does, he'll get to have his normal ratings. So 2 out. Oh, but this is going to be a double. Righty-lefty matchup. He gets the double instead of a base hit. And they're not going to try to let him score. But now he goes to his B rating, so we've got to bring in somebody else. And we're, not doing so great, so I don't want to bring in a really great pitcher. We'll bring in Steven, who's on paper not average, but he's only he's got a .64 ERA so far in the season. So righty-lefty matchup. This is going to be a home run. Ohtani blasts it out of here. Hit just barely got out with the wind, hitting off the top edge of the outfield wall. Wow, 9-1. Ohtani hits his 13th home run of the year. Well, that's going to boost up his ERA. And now it's 9-1. Renfroe is up. Renfroe. Looping drive. Brennan's pretty good defensively. And if he can roll a 51 or less, he'll catch it. He's able to run in and get the play. Well, you have these games, you play every inning of every game manually, and you play them because interesting things can happen, and the seemingly impossible can happen too. But magical things happen when you replay an entire season, every inning of every game. Magical things happen to you, so I want to get those magical things. Rosario is up, and he is going to can't even get a ground. Normally that would be a walk. I guess Rosario doesn't walk much. Okay, 1 out. Ramirez is up. He is 0 for 3. This will be a walk. yeah, and he'll possibly steal second. We'll see how they are at holding. Yeah, Davinsky's terrible at holding. The catcher's no good, so he just has to roll a 24 or higher, and he does, so he gets a stolen base. I also wish they would tell how many stolen bases that makes. They do that with the home runs down here, but not with the stolen bases, and it's too late, really, without going through a lot of rigmarole to see how many stolen bases he has. Okay, Davinsky is now down to his last batter faced, but this is going to be a strikeout. So, because the runner didn't get on, he still is at this. He has his A ratings, not at his B ratings. Another lefty righty matchup. 0 for 3, Josh Bell. He's going to get a base hit, and that'll score Ramirez because he's really fast. Okay, so that'll do it for Davinsky. I think I'm going to put on the sound. Well, okay. I'm going to put on the sound so you can hear what it sounds like when they bring in a relief pitcher. You can hear what this voice sounds like. I have to go through all this stuff here because this is how you can customize the sound. Okay, now the sound is on. I'll turn it off because otherwise you can listen and then talk in the game. Okay, so well, we're not going to bring in a relief pitcher. Well, so far I had to go into this.
Two outs, men on first and third.
So turn off the sound because it doesn't sound loud to me, but I know that when I listen, occasionally I've forgotten to do this, and then it's just impossible to hear me talk. I mean, I guess I can do the thing without talking, but I have to turn off all the sound. Okay, so they keep him in. Here's Zunino. So if Zunino hit a home run, then it'd be 9-5. Is he the best home run hitter we have right now? We've got Arias, and he's got a 352 slugging percentage. Zunino has well, maybe I will have Arias. We've got some people with better slugging percentages. Fry. Maybe we'll have Fry hit. He's got a 416 slugging percentage. Okay, David Fry, who he is a rookie this year, 27 years old, but his first appearance in the major leagues was May 1st. And he's going to hit a home run, I think. Okay, if he can roll a 36 or higher, which is about halfway, he's got about a 50-50 chance to hit. He'll get a hit. And he rolls a 56. It is a home run. Okay, see, even though we're down 9-1 or something like that, you never know. Okay, this is going to change the score to 9-5. And they're going to have the sixth column be a 2, so they're not going to let up home runs here. Moore is in a lefty to face Brennan. Brennan hit 266 last year. We have some right-handers, but I think we'll let Brennan hit. This could be a base hit. It's going to be, oh, no, I thought it would be enough to have to see if he could outrun that infield, make it turn into an infield hit. Okay, we'll have to bring in Cam Gallagher, who hit 126. We've got the bad pitcher. I think we'll bring in our closer here. And Clays. I've just heard his name pronounced the other day, but I can't remember. Taylor Ward is up. Oh, and he gets a stick and base hit. Could be an error on Brennan. I think Brennan's pretty good. Maybe I'll read. No, he's pretty good. So he did not make an error at least. Okay, Drury is up. He's a 5, bunting. It's suggesting me that I play him in. I'm not going to play him in. The third baseman. Okay, that's going to be a strikeout. Now we've got Theus, who's a lefty, and he is going to. Oh, if it just would have been a 2, it would not have been a double. Okay, well, it's a double. Now we're going to check and see if he's going to score. So his speed is a 3. The arm is a 4-1. I'm not quite sure. I'll know after I do this, but we'll see. So he gets an extra base. And I got 4. I don't know why it said 1, but his arm is a 4, which is above average. But anyway, my closer disappointed. Now, I think Jimenez is a great infielder. He'll get him out. No, you're going to have to see here. If it's a 1 or a 6, he'll leg it out. Nope, he's out. Okay, that's 2 down. And now we have Rengifo. He strikes out. Okay, we're down to the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 5 runs. It's not impossible, but it sure is unlikely. Okay, Matt Moore, righty versus lefty. No hit so far for Straw. This could be a hit. We'll see. It could be a rare play. No, it's going to be a dribbler to the pitcher, and we're going to see if the runner has the speed. If he can roll a 1 through 4 on a 6-sided dice, he'll be safe. Oh, it's a 5. Oh, misery. Quan is up. Quan possibly will get a base hit here. It's a looping hit to center. Can he run in and get it? He can't. Actually, it was a line drive to the gap, so that went to the wall. That allowed him to get a double. No, because of his speed, because his speed is higher than the center fielder's arm, he gets the third. Okay. Now I'm going to have the base running be, you can have your choice: normal, go for it, or safe. Since we're down by 5 runs, we're going to play it safe. Rosario is up, 1 down. This is going to be a ground ball to Neto. I'm sure they're playing back. Allow Quan to score. Now it's a 4-run game, but we've got 2 outs. We do have our best hitters up now. Ramirez is up. He's not going to get a base hit. So the end of the game, the score is 10-6. Los Angeles wins. You can see here click on box score. You can look at the box score. Great box score. You can look at the series stats. LA came into Cleveland and won all 3 games. Here are the scores. Here are the total stats. They, in those 3 games, scored 18 runs. Cleveland scored 9. Or you can see the play-by-play. So that's another great game from PC Replay Baseball. So if you like the video, please give me a like. If you have any comments or any requests for any games, I'll be happy to do a video of those, and of course subscribe. So this is Leftydad signing off, I think.